Hi, beautiful friends. I hope you're doing well today. I want to talk about trust. All in on trusting yourself. My name is Katherine Live. For those of you who are new here, it's so nice to be here with you. I hope that you like this video and subscribe. I want to talk about trust. I want to talk about my journey with learning to trust myself. All of us right now are these layers are like falling away from our eyes. We are going, some of us are going through like a disillusionment process. Some of us have intuitively sort of known what's been going on for a long time, but the reality of it is sinking in around us in physical reality. It's been a real journey for me to come to a place of being all in on trusting myself and my inner voice. And I want to talk about that and share some ways that have worked for me that I believe will be helpful for you in your journey to fully trusting yourself as your kind of first, go-to resource. This completely stems from what your beliefs are. Being in touch with your voice and knowing and getting very honest about what it is that you really believe. What do you really believe? And where are you kidding yourself? That process is always being shown to us through the mirror of life. So when things feel off, when things feel like this, it's just like that. That moment, it's so subtle, but it's like, okay, whoa, that is the moment to take a breath, be with yourself, and figure out what belief was just stirred up within me, okay? And you can start tracking it. You can start examining your own beliefs and questioning what it is that you really believe. I would say that this almost has to happen at a certain point on the journey. This has to just happen with you and you. I think it's so beautiful how many teachers and support systems are out there. So grateful, right? Right? So grateful. But there does come a time where it's just like you just have to be with yourself in what it is that you really believe. And in doing that, builds trust. Self-care practices like that one are the ones that totally build the trust within yourself. Making promises to yourself that you know you can keep. And making promises to others that you know you can keep. You're going to feel much safer with yourself. What would be helpful is to really kind of like go down the list of where are some of the promises, spoken or unspoken, that exist within your own life with the relationships around you. This happens a lot in marriage. And in any family dynamic or very long-term friendships, someone that you've known for like 5+ years, right? That we begin to develop sort of like unspoken agreements. And in my journey of building trust with myself, it's about constantly checking in on those unspoken agreements and really getting real with myself. Am I comfortable with that or not? And this goes for your own relationship with yourself. What unspoken agreements do you have with yourself about money? What unspoken agreements do you have with yourself about food? Your body image? Something else I'm hearing is that you will want to, in addition with those unspoken agreements, right, with the people that you spend a lot of time with. And this could be, I know in my experience, this has been teachers that I rarely see in person, but we talk a lot here, right? We talk a lot and gain a lot through through the content that they're putting out, right? And you start to spend a lot of time with someone's voice. Now, why do you trust that voice? Why do you trust the people that you trust? That question is so important because you can utilize the mirrors in your life mirrors being other people, other life events and situations. That's what I mean by mirrors. You can look into those mirrors that you do trust, and you can ask yourself, why do I trust that person so much? What you'll receive in that answer is really what it is, what you're wanting more with your relationship with you and you. And that is where the ascension journey actually takes place. It's that relationship between you and you. It's the conversations happening in your own mind. It's the way that life is being lived. When you can find those mirrors, what is it about that person that you trust and what do you not trust? That, the answer, the journaling prompt for that is going to lead you down the rabbit hole of where it is within yourself that you don't trust yourself. We've all been there. That's the other thing about being all in on trusting yourself, is like, it's okay that it happened, that you fell into a place of not trusting yourself. Totally understandable. Totally understandable. But it's time to see that happened, and what do you want to do about it? If you're a mother and you're not trusting yourself, your kids are they're gonna struggle to trust you. If you're in a partnership, if you're in a romantic relationship and you don't trust yourself, your partner's gonna struggle to trust you. When that trust isn't there, life is not as much fun. It's not as joyful. There's not as much flow at all. Right? Because those unspoken agreements are sort of like wanting to be spoken. They're sort of like coming up like, hey, and they're interfering with the flow. Being all in on trusting you, there's so much discernment that starts to click in. So much discernment, so much intuition, courage. You can act on your courage. It's just like, in a big way. You can act on your courage in a big way. You'll start to know when it's appropriate to seek outside guidance and outside inspiration, and know who it is you can go to as a trusted source for that. And you'll know when it's time, I need silence. I need to hear my own voice right now. When that ego voice gets loud and proud and, just really wants to beat me down, that's when it's just like, you know what? I'm going to give you a break. And I'm going to go to my trusted sources of inspiration and truth, right? And sometimes it doesn't take long. Sometimes it's literally 30 seconds and it's like, okay, I remember. Thank you. And you're back into flow. So being all in on trust, that is a doorway to getting into the flow state. You have to trust yourself. How do you trust yourself? You know yourself. You know yourself because you're asking questions, or you're asking your guides for the right questions, right? The reason that guidance for you, my guidance system is most potent when I'm listening for those questions, right? That's the guidance system. It's like when the questions are coming in, and that's getting like, let's get deeper, let's get more specific, let's get really, really clear on this. Trust is actually, I was just hearing, so as I'm listening, I'm like, okay, what else is there about trust? It's like, it's one of the most heart opening feelings, right? It's there's such innocence in our ability to trust. Really, really strong, high frequency energy. That pure essence of trust. And the beautiful thing about trust is like, it's not as elusive as the word love. Love is kind of a confusing word, really. When you, maybe not between the relationship with you and you, but if you're trying to talk to someone else, we all have very, very different definitions of love. When it comes to trust, it's pretty clear. It's either there's trust or there's a lack of trust. And so being all in on trust, what's so wonderful about that, it's a very clear feeling. You know when you trust something or you don't. I can't think in this moment of something more important than really getting honest with yourself about your relationship with trusting yourself and the people that are the most influential around you, how deeply you trust them. If you find yourself realizing like, oh my God, I don't trust you, it's okay, okay? It's okay. But be with that, please. And figure out, what is it that would allow me to trust again? What is it? What would those steps be? Does that mean, could be as simple as like, I'm going to set a goal to drink a glass of water upon waking up every morning and give that to my body first thing in the morning. It can be these really intuitive, really practical things that you just say that you're going to do, and then you do them out of love for yourself and to build trust with yourself. I'm sending you so much love and support as you become this honest with yourself and with those around you. When you start going all in on trust, you're really going all in on your truth, and that will need to be communicated. So I have a video I'll try to remember to link here about the difference between like truth and hope that I just posted recently. That might be helpful for you if you want to go deeper into this feeling. Okay, I love you so much. Thank you for being here in this video today. I hope to chat with you in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.